House Bill 2.
People on both sides of the debate gathered in Raleigh. It comes as Democratic lawmakers filed a bill to repeal the legislation.
Yeah, and those rallies took place just hours before the start of a short legislative session. That session kicks off in less than 2 hours.
News 13's Donovan has been in Raleigh all day, and Evan, a sit-in protest has just ended.
That's right, Tammy. As a matter of fact, we're kind of in the middle of these sit-in protests. I want to pan off of me so you can see what's going on here. This protest being organized by the NAACP. There you can see the Reverend Dr. Barber, the state NAACP director, and all of these people filling the upstairs chamber of the inside of the legislative building. What's going on right here? These people are all here in opposition to HB2. We have seen multiple rallies here today. Hundreds of these people gathered outside of the legislative building earlier today, and now they are making their way inside, calling it for the repeal of HB2, holding signs saying equality for everyone and hate Bill 2, referring to that bill in that way because they believe it needs to be repealed. And obviously, Dr. Barber here has been rallying this crowd both inside and outside, and we have seen protests and supporters all around all day. Let's just take a quick listen into Reverend Barber here.
In a moment, we're going to engage in a symbolic sit-in. It's a sign of what we can do. There may come a time that we have to stay. There are some people who have chosen to risk arrest. We don't believe we should be arrested. This is the People's House. They're coming in later.
As you can see right there, Reverend Barber rallying this crowd here. We have also seen supporters rallies. Those happened earlier today on the Halifax Mall right behind the legislature. Thousands of people gathering there in support of HB2. So people on both sides and those calling on their faith, even people who support and oppose the bill.
We want to make sure that the ladies are protected in the privacy of the restroom, and we're not trying to attack the people who feel that they need to act a certain way.
The reality is that all of us need to use a restroom in the course of a work day, in the course of being out with your family for the day, and that transgender people have to wrestle with whether they'll be safe when they do so, whether they'll be ridiculed, whether their life will be at risk.
Again, these protests likely to continue for the next few days, and certainly waves of protesters coming in here, joining in with Reverend Barber and the NAACP, filling up this legislative building. They've already seen one wave come in just about 15 minutes ago. They left, and now another one is out here. We're also supposed to see a protest action at about 7 o'clock. That is from a group that calls themselves a minority group of mostly LGBTQ people. They are going to be coming in and holding some sort of protest action right at 7 o'clock. That is when the legislature is supposed to gavel in on both the Senate and the House side. And you can see here people right behind me sitting down up here in this legislature, a la Moral Mondays, a very similar type of protest to what we saw during all of those Moral Mondays in the past few years here in the legislature. So a lot going on here. Stay with us at 6 o'clock. We'll tell you a little bit more about how Democrats plan to try to introduce a bill to repeal HB2 and what we expect from this session that starts tonight at 7 o'clock. Reporting live in Raleigh, I'm Donovan for News 13.
And stay with News 13 for continuing coverage of the impact